America, a nation built on the ideals of liberty, opportunity, and progress. Over the past 50 years, America's journey has been one of remarkable transformation. The period from the 1970s to the present has been one of the most transformative in American history. From the rise of globalization and the information age to the changing demographics of its population, America today is vastly different. One of the most significant transformations has been the shift from an industrial-based economy to a knowledge-based one. The rise of technology has also had a profound impact on American society. To truly understand the magnitude of America's transformation, we must embark on a journey through time. In the 1970s, the U.S. was still largely an industrial powerhouse. Today, the manufacturing sector has shrunk significantly, replaced by a service-based economy driven by technology, finance, and healthcare. This technological revolution has brought about unprecedented levels of convenience and connectivity. Stepping back to the 1970s, the United States found itself at a crossroads. Inflation soared, unemployment rates ticked upward, and the Bretton Woods system crumbled. The Vietnam War, while winding down, had placed a significant strain on government coffers. The oil crises of 1973 and 1979 sent shockwaves through the global economy. As the calendar turned to the 1980s, the U.S. national debt embarked on an upward trajectory. The Reagan administration ushered in an era of tax cuts and increased military spending, contributing to a growing deficit. The national debt, which stood at roughly $900 billion in 1980, more than tripled to surpass $3 trillion by the early 1990s. Healthcare costs began their relentless climb, placing an increasing burden on both government budgets and individual households. The reasons behind the dramatic increase in the national debt are complex and interwoven. A fundamental imbalance emerged. Government spending consistently outpaced revenue. Defense spending remained a substantial portion of the federal budget, even after the Cold War. The financial crisis of 2008 necessitated a massive government intervention to stabilize the financial system. Today, the U.S. national debt stands as a colossal figure, exceeding $30 trillion. The interest payments on the national debt represent a significant portion of the federal budget, crowding out other spending priorities. High levels of government borrowing can lead to higher interest rates, making it more expensive for businesses to invest and expand. Addressing this issue will require a combination of responsible fiscal policies, economic growth, and a willingness to make difficult choices. The 1970s marked a pivotal period in American culinary history. Families, once gathered around dinner tables laden with home-cooked meals, found themselves increasingly drawn to the convenience of prepackaged foods in fast food restaurants. Supermarket aisles began to overflow with boxed meals, instant snacks, and brightly colored cereals. The kitchen gradually transformed as the microwave oven found its place on countertops across the nation. As processed foods gained prominence in the American diet, questions began to surface about their long-term health implications. Foods were engineered for palatability, their flavors enhanced with sugar, salt, and artificial flavorings. Whole, unprocessed foods were increasingly replaced by their processed counterparts, stripped of many of their natural nutrients. The rise of processed foods also coincided with a shift in portion sizes. The long-term consequences of embracing a diet dominated by processed foods gradually became evident. Rates of obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer began to climb steadily. Researchers and healthcare professionals began to draw a clear connection between the rise of processed foods and the deteriorating health of the nation. The once celebrated convenience of processed foods was now being overshadowed by their long-term health consequences. Section 4. Seeking alternatives, the rise of organic and farm-to-table. As awareness of the health risks associated with processed foods grew, a counter-movement emerged, advocating for a return to whole, unprocessed foods and sustainable farming practices. The organic food movement, once a niche market, gained momentum, appealing to consumers seeking healthier alternatives and concerned about the environmental impact of industrial agriculture. Farmers' markets experienced a resurgence, offering a direct connection between consumers and local farmers. The farm-to-table movement gained traction, emphasizing fresh, seasonal ingredients and promoting a closer relationship between consumers and the source of their food. Restaurants began to embrace the concept of sourcing ingredients locally, highlighting the quality and freshness of their dishes. Chefs became increasingly vocal about the importance of using whole, unprocessed ingredients, championing a culinary approach that prioritized flavor and nutrition in equal measure. This shift towards healthier eating habits reflected a growing understanding of the interconnectedness between food choices, personal health, and the well-being of the planet. Consumers became more discerning, reading labels, seeking out organic and locally sourced products, and demanding greater transparency from food manufacturers. Section 1. The technological dawn of the 1970s. The 1970s marked significant technological advancements, laying the groundwork for the digital revolution. Computers shrank in size and increased in power, hinting at their transformative potential. The invention of the microprocessor was pivotal. This innovation led to smaller, affordable computers for businesses and individuals. The 1970s also saw the birth of the personal computer. Companies like Apple and IBM emerged, capturing the imagination of hobbyists and entrepreneurs. Communication technology also transformed. Rotary dial phones gave way to touch-tone phones, setting the stage for digital communication. Early cellular phones hinted at a future of wireless communication. Section 2. The personal computer revolution, bringing technology home. The 1980s saw the personal computer revolution. Computers entered homes, transforming work, learning, and entertainment. Graphical interfaces made them user-friendly. Software like Microsoft's OS created a mass market. Computers became tools for creativity, communication, and education. Word processing and spreadsheets revolutionized writing and data analysis. Video games evolved, captivating a generation and laying the foundation for today's gaming industry. Computers became integral to daily life, blurring lines between work, education, and entertainment. The 1990s witnessed the dawn of the Internet age, a technological leap that would fundamentally reshape the way people communicated, accessed information, and interacted with the world. The Internet, once a niche network used primarily by academics and researchers, exploded in popularity, connecting people across continents at lightning speed. The development of the World Wide Web, with its intuitive graphical interface and hyperlinks, made the Internet accessible to a mass audience. Email, once a novelty, became a primary mode of communication, replacing traditional letters and faxes. Websites proliferated, offering a wealth of information, entertainment, and services, transforming the way people consumed news, shopped, and connected with one another. The Internet age ushered in an era of unprecedented connectivity, breaking down geographical barriers and fostering a sense of global community. Social media platforms emerged, connecting people with shared interests, fostering online communities and transforming the way people built relationships and shared their lives with the world. The Internet also revolutionized the way businesses operated, opening up new avenues for commerce, marketing, and customer engagement. E-commerce platforms emerged, allowing businesses to reach customers worldwide, transforming the retail landscape and ushering in an era of online shopping, digital transactions, and globalized marketplaces. The 21st century ushered in the era of mobile and digital technology. Smartphones became extensions of ourselves, connecting us to a constant stream of information and communication. The mobile revolution transformed how we live, work, and interact. Social media shaped public discourse and consumer behavior. Mobile apps created a vast ecosystem of digital tools and services. The digital revolution permeated every aspect of modern life. AI emerged as a powerful force, automating tasks and enabling personalized experiences. The Internet of Things connected everyday devices, creating smart homes and connected cars. Concerns about data privacy, cybersecurity, and AI ethics came to the forefront. The digital divide highlighted the need for equitable access to technology. The American education system of the 1970s, while undergoing its own set of reforms and challenges, largely resembled the traditional model that had been in place for decades. Classrooms, those sanctuaries of learning, were characterized by rows of desks facing a chalkboard, the domain of teachers who imparted knowledge through lectures, textbooks, and the occasional film strip projector. The curriculum emphasized core subjects such as mathematics, science, English, and history, with a focus on rote memorization, critical thinking, and analytical skills. Textbooks, those weighty tomes filled with information, served as the primary source of knowledge, their pages often adorned with underlined passages and handwritten notes. Teachers, often revered figures in their communities, played a pivotal role in shaping young minds. They possessed a deep understanding of their subjects and a passion for imparting knowledge, guiding students through the intricacies of algebra, the complexities of historical events, and the nuances of grammar and vocabulary. Discipline was paramount in the traditional classroom, with an emphasis on respect for authority, adherence to rules, and a strong work ethic. Students were expected to arrive on time, complete their assignments diligently, and participate actively in class discussions. The classroom environment, while structured and formal, fostered a sense of community and shared purpose as students embarked on their educational journeys together. As technology advanced at an unprecedented pace, its influence began to permeate the once traditional walls of the American classroom. Computers, initially a novelty, gradually found their place in schools, their presence transforming the learning landscape and offering new possibilities for both students and educators. The introduction of computers into schools ushered in an era of computer literacy, equipping students with essential digital skills that would prove invaluable in an increasingly technology-driven world. Computer labs, once dedicated spaces for specialized learning, became more commonplace, providing students with access to word processing software, educational games, and eventually, the vast resources of the Internet. The Internet, with its wealth of information and its ability to connect people across continents, opened up new horizons for learning. Students could access online libraries, conduct virtual science experiments, and collaborate with peers on projects from the comfort of their classrooms. The traditional boundaries of the classroom expanded as students and teachers alike embraced the transformative potential of technology. Educational software and online learning platforms emerged, offering personalized learning experiences tailored to individual student needs and learning styles. Interactive whiteboards replaced traditional chalkboards, bringing lessons to life with vibrant colors, multimedia elements, and interactive features. While technology held immense promise for revolutionizing education, its integration into the American education system was not without its challenges. The digital divide, the gap between those with access to technology and those without, became increasingly apparent, highlighting disparities in educational opportunities and raising concerns about equity and fairness. Students from affluent backgrounds, with access to computers, high-speed internet, and the latest educational software, found themselves at a distinct advantage compared to their peers from low-income families who often lacked these essential resources. This disparity in access to technology threatened to exacerbate existing educational inequalities, perpetuating a cycle of disadvantage for those already marginalized. The cost of technology also posed a significant challenge for schools, many of which struggled to keep pace with the rapid advancements in hardware and software. Providing students with equitable access to technology required significant financial investments, often placing a strain on already stretched school budgets. Beyond the digital divide, The integration of technology into education raised concerns about accessibility for students with disabilities, ensuring that educational software, online platforms, and digital learning tools were accessible to all students, regardless of their physical or learning differences, became a paramount concern. As technology continues to evolve at an exponential pace, the future of education remains a topic of much discussion and debate. The traditional model of education, with its emphasis on teacher-centered instruction and rote learning, is being challenged by new approaches that prioritize personalized learning, student agency, and the development of 21st-century skills. The rise of online learning platforms and virtual classrooms has blurred the lines between traditional brick-and-mortar schools and digital learning environments. Massive open online courses, offering access to high-quality educational content from renowned universities and institutions worldwide, have democratized learning, making knowledge accessible to anyone with an internet connection. The increasing availability of educational resources and the growing popularity of online learning have fueled a movement towards personalized learning, where students can learn at their own pace, tailored to their individual needs and interests. Adaptive learning platforms, powered by artificial intelligence, can assess student progress in real time, providing personalized feedback and adjusting the difficulty of the material accordingly. As the educational landscape continues to evolve, educators, policymakers, and parents face the challenge of preparing students for a future where technology will play an even more pervasive role. The emphasis on rote memorization is giving way to a focus on critical thinking, problem-solving, collaboration, and creativity, skills that are transferable across disciplines and adaptable to the ever-changing demands of the 21st century workplace. As we conclude our journey through America's transformation over the past 50 years, we are struck by the sheer magnitude of change that has unfolded. From technological leaps to economic shifts, America's story is one of constant evolution. The nation that emerged from the 1970s bears both resemblances and stark differences to today. The rise of the internet has fundamentally altered American society. We are interconnected through a complex web of digital platforms and devices. The digital age has irrevocably altered communication, work, and relationships. This technological revolution touches every aspect of our lives. We've seen the decline of manufacturing and the rise of technology and finance. These shifts have created wealth and opportunity, but also widened income inequality. The American dream feels increasingly elusive for many. The food we consume has undergone a dramatic transformation. These changes have offered convenience but also contributed to rising health issues. The challenges facing America today are undeniable. The national debt demands responsible fiscal policies. The digital divide highlights the need for equitable access to technology. The health of our nation is at a crossroads. Yet amidst these challenges, there is also immense opportunity. America remains a nation of innovators and problem solvers. By embracing innovation and collaboration, we can build a brighter future. The future of America is ours to shape. It will be determined by our collective choices. We must engage in open dialogue and find common ground. Leadership, innovation, and unity are essential. Embrace a spirit of unity and shared purpose. Our destinies are intertwined. Rediscover empathy, compassion, and responsibility. The journey ahead is worth taking. Embrace challenges with courage and determination. Move forward together as a united people. America's transformation shows our capacity for change. Let us shape a future worthy of our ideals.